to gig today, I saw a sign that said Southampton, twinned with Carn. Now I've been to Carn, and all that's there is drug dealers, graffiti, and horseshit. So they've really nailed it. I saw my dream home in the estate agent's windows, and they told me it would cost me an arm and a leg to buy. But luckily, I live next to a graveyard. I saw an advert for mail escort service the other day. Now correct me if I'm wrong, that's a postman. Countries are beginning to advertise themselves nowadays, which really annoys me, because they're very rarely true. They're always like, come to Scotland, where the views are green, and the people are friendly. When really it should be, come to Scotland, where the kebab shops are many, and the teeth are few. Many people think that the oldest form of advertisement is in newspapers, which is wrong. It's actually those numbers that you ring on park benches when you want sex. Hi, Dan! Probably stopped writing my nan's number on park benches. My dad's great at hide and seek. We've been playing since I was 8, and I still haven't found him. He does like to offer me clues though. Every year I get a sunny postcard from him that just says, getting warmer. Growing up, me and my brothers like to call my dad Vader because he was black and got asthma. No, I joke, he's actually a white Welsh guy with asthma, but there's something funny about that. It just sounds like someone's got a mother overexcited with a sheep. I think it's quite natural for men to compare themselves to their dads, and look at mine, we've actually got very little in common, right? Like, I work in an office, he works as a lorry driver. I like snooker, he likes Formula 1. I've got a couple extra inches, he's got a tiny cock. My dad hates cold callers, so whenever he gets one, he likes to make them think that they've called a wrong number. So whenever he hears, hello, my name is Liz, and according to our database, you're owed some compensation. He goes, circumcisions are us, you flop 'em, we chop 'em. Every year, for his birthday, my granddad always goes, well, don't worry about buying for me. I'm probably just going to die this year anyway. And he never does. And he always looks so disappointed. So this year, bought a one-way ticket to Switzerland. My friends were always jealous of me because I was able to hit A minor with my flute. But, in my defence, he did call me a fat twat. So I've recently become a dad, and people have given me some advice on becoming a parent. One of them being that to try and go to a nappy brand to see which ones you get on with. So naturally, I've tried Pampers, I've tried Huggies, I even tried Lidl's own brand, all of which I found useless. None of them fit me. I've actually found out that when nappies get too full, they burst, and these little crystals go everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. My daughter's had a vaginism for weeks. Looking back at the whole baby process, I think the bit I struggled with most was the childbirth. Because it was wonderful, yet scary. Wonderful because I got to see my daughter being born, but scary because no one told me she would come out purple. So, it's when she first came out, instead of thinking, oh, isn't she beautiful, I thought, fuck, my partner's had an affair with Barney the dinosaur. And seeing my partner in pain was quite an awkward experience for me. And when I'm in awkward situations, I like to make jokes to alleviate the tension. But then my partner had to be induced to go into labour. And to do this, I use a large metal hook to pop the embryonic sac. So, when the nurse put the hook up there, I couldn't help myself but go, if you hook a duck, it's a prize every time. Or when she had to have her donation measured, the nurse put the fingers up there. Another bit of girl on girl action. Anyway, when my daughter was born, I promised myself I'd never become a deadbeat dad. You know, a deadbeat dad that contributes very little to their children, has nothing to do with them. Instead, I'll be a semi-deadbeat dad. Well, I'll do everything a normal deadbeat dad does, but with a semi. I think discipline's quite important to children's lives, don't you think that's so as well? Clearly you guys don't give a fuck why I'm wild. No, fuck them, let them run wild. So, Well, personally I do, and who here was spanked as a child? Yeah, I was too. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just as long as you remember to stop as soon as the child goes, harder, Daddy. When I first got with my girlfriend, I was absolutely petrified about losing her. So I asked my mum for advice on how to keep a girl. And she said that the best way to keep a girl is to make sure that every time you have sex, you always give her an orgasm. Which I do. My only regret is that I keep getting it in her eye. When on a romantic meet up with a girlfriend, she thought it would be a good idea to say 3 things that we love about each other. She says that she loves me because I'm kind, caring, and funny. Now she caught me off guard with this, so I looked around for inspiration. No, I'm not saying to her that I love her because she's delicious, tangy, and a great coat taste with 0 sugar. In fact, the last time we went out coming on, we had a banging time. Unfortunately, the restaurant caught us and we were asked to leave. On our last anniversary, I took my partner on a rowboat down the Thames. And it was here where she told me that her favourite personality trait of mine was my childish demeanour. And to show her how much I love her, I then pulled her hair and pushed her in the water. The other day, I saw this man out having lunch with a philosophy bag, and I thought to myself, that brings a whole new meaning to the term bottomless. In school, I never trusted my science teacher because she always said to me that potassium is the only element that can float. So, to prove her wrong, I took a shit in her swimming pool. Whenever my maths teacher asked me to do anything, I always used to say, but I can't be asked. And he'd always say, you'd never get anywhere with that attitude. Well, now the joke's on him, because I'm gay. He also used to ask me to create scenario type questions as well. Like, at an Egyptian market, Ahmed has 10 apples. If John takes 2 and Lucy takes 3, what does Ahmed have? Apparently, 10 apples and 2 hands wasn't the answer. Let's see what else we got. You ever been travelling?
Not much.
Not much, no? Where have you gone?
I've been to a few places in England.
Yeah, wow. Very exciting. A few places in England, wow, very nondescript. Where have you been in England?
I've been to Lyme Regis before.
I have no idea what that is.
Scotland.
Scotland?
Yeah, Europe, yeah.
What are you doing up there, licking limes?
No, I was old enough then.
You weren't old enough to lick limes? Where'd you go? When you were 9 months old? Fair enough, fair enough. Well, I've personally recently been to America and discovered that after every meal that you have, you're meant to give your waitress a tip. But when I tried, she asked me to put back on my trousers. And I've also been to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and let me tell you, they don't like it when you do that there. I've actually been banned from my local swimming centre because they received numerous complaints about my breaststroke technique. I just couldn't leave mine alone. And I'll leave you on my favourite joke. I find it weird how you can do certain things at some ages, but not to others. Like if a 4-year-old runs around at the beach in just their nippers, no one bats an eyelid. But when I do it, I get asked where I got a 4-year-old's nippers from. Thank you very much, I'm Jack Bartlett.
Wonderful, Jack Bartlett. Wonderful.